Oh my fucking shit. How terrible E3 was today. I mean, I know, or at least in my opinion, I know how badly Take-Two and fucking Verizon wanted to give a bad show. They just couldn't stop coming hard to fucking over gamers. I mean, this whole shit started with fucking Verizon talking about, oh, 5G, 5G, 5G. Yeah, the hype for 5G fucking died a long time ago. Get with the times, man. Get with the goddamn times, Verizon. And I just wanted fucking Amazon, or no, not Amazon, Verizon to like show a game or leave. I mean, what does a phone company that has no games being developed on any platform whatsoever has to do with gaming? Sure, they're talking about how Verizon would be so great for gaming, but you could just literally make a boring press statement and get as maybe twice or who knows how many viewers or clickers or whatever. You don't need fucking E3 to say, oh, hey, if you buy our product, our product probably will run your games better. I mean, come on. I have to apologize because I am checking out some DVDs I got today. Because I need something. I literally need something to do because there's nothing for me to come hard to, basically. Well, actually, the high point, there's one high point for me, and that's a whole nother discussion. But for now, I want to talk about how fucking disappointed I fucking am. So, E3 is supposed to be about one thing, fucking video games. Now, Verizon were talking about, oh, inclusivity, all that woke stuff, but see, the thing is, there's a time and a place to pretend to be on someone's side, pretending you actually care. Pretending like you actually care about other people. Not at E3. I know Verizon doesn't care what I think, but I was constantly writing in the chat, hey, announce a game or fucking leave. I mean, not in that exact phrasing, but announce a game or just leave E3, because E3 isn't about a cell phone plan from some company. It makes no sense. And then nothing really happened. And then Take-Two, instead of actually having a conference and like showing, I don't know, fucking games at a fucking video game conference, they show us this fucking... I feel like it's a personal Zoom meeting that you accidentally stumbled onto because you're at the wrong place at the wrong time. I mean, I felt like I wasn't even supposed to have been there. It doesn't feel like, oh, this is something important. It felt like, oh, I'm just watching a bunch of corporate execs from different companies talk about corporate stuff and how to come off as like legit and real, knowing they're fake and they're just such big phonies, if you will. And they went on this bullshit talk about gotta have inclusion for women or something. But women have been there from the beginning of gaming. If you guys don't believe me, take a fucking look at... Every time I argue about this, this is my best evidence I could bring up. The Man of Box Odyssey constantly tells you this isn't a console for men, this isn't a console for women, this is a console for everyone. Everyone is supposed to be able to use... And the Man of Box Odyssey is literally the first video game console. Pretty much set the standard for gaming. And if that's the case, then it would be logical to believe both men and women could fucking play a video games. Instead of saying, oh, it's just something only men do. No. I mean, the main point is not to be mad over seeing corporate execs trying to act like they care about people. I'm just not into lying about whether I care about someone or not. I mean, I straight up don't care at all about what they're talking about, because no matter what, it's always going to be insincere, because they don't believe it. Then again, this is my personal rant. This is my opinion. And opinions can be wrong and do change when evidence comes up to prove prove someone wrong. I actually missed out on the indie devs thing because I was so bored. And, you know, if they would have, I don't know. I don't even know if they even bothered announcing any games or talking about any games. I don't know. I felt like I was being pitched Arbonne or pitched Monet. That's just that's how it felt like to me watching Take-Two's air quotes conference. Because it really wasn't a conference at all. I felt like it was a private Zoom call that they accidentally showed a bunch of people. That's how their conference came off. I mean, Take-Two want you to believe that they actually care about other people and they care about representation, but they don't. I mean, whether they actually do or don't doesn't really matter because they're still making money either way. I have to end this on a high note. There is one good thing that came out of this shit show of E3 event. And here you would think I would say Capcom, but no. Capcom, yeah, they showed games, which is a lot more I could say for Verizon, the phone company, and fucking Take-Two. You know what's sick? You know what's disgusting? Is despite them deliberately wasting my time, I'm still going to come hard to them and just like, oh yeah, Big Daddy fucked me over and here take $60 or $70 so I could play Grand Theft Auto 6. But anyone who at E3 of all places actually show games deserves a lot of respect. So I tip off my hat to Capcom for actually showing game. I mean, I don't even care about gameplay footage anymore. As long as they're showing off a game at E3. That's all I care about now. Because Verizon and Take-Two fucking set the bar that low. I just cannot believe this, you know. But the good thing about E3 today, the third day, was Intellivision. The old console? No. I guess now there's this company called Intellivision. I'm not even sure if Mattel has any part in this. But there's now an Intellivision console. And it's basically a Wii. A Nintendo Wii. And it's going to be a party game console. Which I'm actually willing to take that as a win for gaming. Because at least it's a console. It's a brand new hardware to fucking... and to talk about. And you know, now I'm actually seriously considering trying to develop games for this platform, because it's the best looking thing and I've seen in a long ass time. Plus, it's $2.99. The same price as the original PlayStation at launch. Man. To think, if other game companies was stepped up, I would have hated this Intellivision thing. I would have been criticizing the hell out of the Intellivision in console if we had a stronger E3 presence today. You think it'd be virtually impossible to not talk about games at E3, but somehow Verizon, well, actually it's not surprising that Verizon couldn't comprehend what you're supposed to do at an E3 conference. But you think someone like Take-Two would remember, hey, I'm supposed to show games. Not this Zoom meeting that probably shouldn't have been public. You know? And don't get me wrong. Everyone in this country is equal, okay? But trying to be woke and all that shit and not talk about games at a game show, that makes you look like you're an idiot. I mean, I don't know. I just think that Take-Two needs to come up with something and just make up for their botched conference. I actually lost hope that tomorrow would be better. The hype I had from Xbox E3 conference is gone. I expect to be let down by Nintendo now. Thanks a lot, Verizon and Take-Two.